Good morning, all of you. In the previous class, we have seen esterification process we have started. Okay, in today's class, we will continue this one in a way that what are acid derivatives? Okay, how they will react with alcohol to form ester. That one we will consider now. See, all of you carefully. Let us consider acetic acid. Two molecules of acetic acid. Generally, in a beaker, I considered acetic acid and I heated that acetic acid. When we are heating that acetic acid, two molecules of this ethanoic acid or acetic acid, they are coming closer and they are undergoing chemical reaction in a way that water will be gone out. See, H from one acid molecule and OH from another acid molecule are going to be coming out as water vapor. This oxygen is going to combine with this carbon. From which atom hydrogen is removed? Oxygen. From which atom OH is removed? Carbon. That O and carbon will be combined to form CH3, C double bond O, O, C double bond O, CH3 plus water. This is the substance which is formed by the removal of water from acid. The substance which is obtained by the removal of water from any other substance is called anhydride. Note down this definition: anhydride, the substance which is obtained by the removal of water from another substance. The substance which is obtained by the removal of water from another substance is called anhydride. Now, this anhydride is obtained from acid. That's why this is called acid anhydride. The substance which is obtained by the removal of water from another substance is called anhydride. That is clear. One more time. The substance which is obtained by the removal of water from another substance is called anhydride. That anhydride is obtained from acid only, na? That's why this is called acid anhydride. Okay. Now, what is the acid name here? Acetic acid. So the name of this compound is acetic anhydride. This is obtained from acid only, na? This is treated as derivative of acid. First one, anhydrides are treated as derivatives of acids because they are obtained from acids only. They are obtained from acids only. Is it okay, ma'am? Now write the general formula of acetic anhydride. General formula of acid anhydride. Note down this one carefully. Now I will write the general formula of anhydride. Acid anhydride general formula R, C double bond O, O, C double bond O, R. R, alkyl group, C double bond O, O, C double bond O, R, alkyl group. This is the general formula of anhydride. If it is acetic anhydride, R group is CH3. CH3, C double bond O, O, CO, CH3. This type of compounds which contain this general formula are called acid anhydrides. Next. Acid chloride general formula. RCOCl. Example: CH3 C double bond O, Cl. Name of this compound is acetyl chloride. Acid chloride and acid anhydrides are coming under acid derivatives. Okay, acid chloride general formula RCOCl. If that R group is CH, that is called acetyl chloride. Okay, ma? This is about acid derivatives, acid anhydride and acid chloride. If they react with alcohol, how they are going to form ester, we will see now. Okay, note down this one, all of you. I am going to take alcohol, methyl alcohol, reacts with anhydride, CH3, C double bond O, O, C double bond O, CH3. In the presence of acid catalyst. In the presence of acid catalyst, this is going to be happened to form hydrogen from alcohol and CH3COO from acid anhydride will be combined to form CH3COOH. CH3COOH. This C double bond O is bonded with oxygen to form CH3, CH3O bonded to C double bond O, CH3 ester plus CH3 C double bond O, OH. If you take anhydride as the reactant, we will get acetic acid as the byproduct. If you take only acid, you will get water as the byproduct. Already we have seen reaction. Okay. If you have anhydride as the reactant, you will get acetic acid as the byproduct. In this way, this one will undergo reaction. Next, CH3OH reacts with acid chloride, CH3 C double bond O, Cl. CH3OH reacts with CH3CO, Cl. OH bond is going to be cleaved. Hydrogen from alcohol and Cl from CH3COCl will be gone out as HCl. This carbon and this oxygen are going to be bonded in presence of acid catalyst. This is having in presence of pyridine also. What is the importance of that pyridine, I will say now. Starting with the CH3, O, C double bond O, CH3. This is ester plus HCl. Ester plus HCl. Note down the importance of pyridine, all of you. I will say now. This reaction is reversible reaction. This reaction is reversible. After the formation of ester, it will react with HCl again to form backward reaction. That means alcohol and acid chloride again it will be formed backward, because this is a reversible reaction. Okay, that's why what we are going to do, pyridine is the base. Pyridine is the base which will neutralize HCl. That means it will remove the HCl. Note down the point. Pyridine is the base which will neutralize HCl or which will remove the HCl. When HCl is removed, backward reaction will not be taken place. Okay, we will get only ester. That point you can write. In this reaction, importance of pyridine is that pyridine will neutralize the HCl product. Because of that, HCl will be removed and we are going to avoid the backward reaction. Final conclusion is we will get ester only. For that purpose we have taken pyridine. Okay na? Structure of pyridine is this one. That is the structure of pyridine, which is acting like a Lewis base. It is a base. That base will neutralize acid HCl. When HCl is neutralized, HCl will be removed and backward reaction will not be taken place. That is the role of pyridine. Very important. There is a chance to get question. Okay, ma. What is the role of pyridine in reaction of alcohol with acid chloride? In reaction of alcohol with acid chloride, we will get byproduct HCl. Okay, when that HCl is there, backward reaction will be taken place to form alcohol and acid chloride again. That's why if pyridine is used, that pyridine will neutralize the HCl to avoid backward reaction. That pyridine will neutralize the HCl to avoid backward reaction. That is the thing. Here we have taken acid derivatives. Acid derivatives, they will react with alcohol to form ester plus byproduct. Here byproduct is acetic acid, here byproduct is HCl. Okay, and final one more important reaction is there, which is coming under esterification only. That one we will see. Name of this compound is salicylic acid. IUPAC name is, this is called benzoic acid. Benzene with COOH is called benzoic acid. In that benzoic acid, second position is OH. 2-hydroxy 2-hydroxybenzoic acid is called salicylic acid. 2-hydroxybenzoic acid is called salicylic acid. It is going to react with acetic anhydride. It is going to react with acetic anhydride. Now, this is behaving like alcohol here, and this is acid derivative. You will get ester. What is that ester? In presence of H plus, it will be happen, no? Okay, see carefully. Hydrogen present on this OH group, CH3COO. CH3COOH will be gone out. This C double bond O bonds with oxygen. O C double bond O CH3. This is like ester only. This is ester only, which is called byproduct, na? CH3COOH. This is the byproduct, acetic acid. To write the name, little bit gap I gave and I wrote here. Okay, now what is the name of this one? CH3CO is called acetyl. It is present in salicylic acid. That's why this is called acetyl salicylic acid. This is salicylic acid. In that salicylic acid, we replace the hydrogen with acetyl group. That's why this is called acetyl salicylic acid. Drug name of this compound is aspirin. It is a drug. means it is a medicine. Acetyl salicylic acid is called aspirin, used for curing headaches, all these things, slight fever like that, body pains. Okay, this is nothing but acetyl salicylic acid. Name of the compound is acetyl salicylic acid and chemical name that is aspirin, drug name. This process totally it is called acetylation of salicylic acid. Now write the note point. Acetylation of salicylic acid will give acetyl salicylic acid, which is called aspirin, and this is the reaction. Note, acetylation of salicylic acid will give acetyl salicylic acid, which is called aspirin. In some CBSE board papers I have seen, okay, acetylation of salicylic acid, write a short notes on acetylation of salicylic acid, or how we will prepare aspirin. Like that directly the question will be 1 mark question or 2 marks. Sometimes I have seen 2 or 3 times. This is the equation. Salicylic acid undergoes reaction with acetic anhydride. Alcohol group present in salicylic acid reacts with acetic anhydride to form like a ester. This process also comes under esterification only. Same process plus CH3COOH. This is the main product which is formed. That main product is called acetyl salicylic acid, which is simply called aspirin. Drug name of this compound is aspirin. Okay, this is about esterification. Till now we have seen under chemical properties of alcohols. 2 reactions we have seen. Under chemical properties of alcohols we have 2 cleavages. OH bond cleavage and CO bond cleavage. Under OH bond cleavage we have seen only 2 properties. Those are acidic nature of alcohols and phenols and esterification. Acidic nature of alcohols and phenols and esterification. Now I will write one small classification like that. You will be more clear with that one. Okay, note down this reaction carefully, all of you. Don't miss the classes, man. Chemical properties of alcohols. Alcohols will undergo reaction by the cleavage of OH bond cleavage, just 1 minute, man. This is first type, OH bond cleavage. This is second type, CO bond cleavage. Alcohols they will undergo 2 types of reactions, by the OH bond cleavage and CO bond cleavage. Okay. Under OH bond cleavage, acidic nature and esterification. Under OH bond cleavage we have seen acidic nature and esterification. Acidic nature of alcohols and phenols we have seen. Phenols are more acidic than water. Water is more acidic than alcohol. That clear explanation we have seen. So till now we have completed OH bond cleavage properties only. Now we have to see CO bond cleavage properties also. Okay, those are involved with second one. So our next slide heading is chemical properties of alcohols by the cleavage of CO bond. Chemical properties of alcohols by the involvement of CO bond cleavage. After coming to the chemical properties of CO bond cleavage, we will see one more time this total classification. By that you will be clear which type of reactions are coming under which category. Because two types of reactions are there, that's why. Okay, alcohols will undergo two types of reactions by the involvement of OH bond cleavage and by the involvement of CO bond cleavage. Till now we have seen OH bond cleavage reactions, those are acidic nature of alcohols and phenols and esterification. These two are coming under the reactions of alcohols which undergo OH bond cleavage. Okay, now we have to see chemical properties of alcohols by the CO bond cleavage. Keep the next slide heading. Chemical reactions of alcohols by the CO bond cleavage. Chemical reactions of alcohols by the CO bond cleavage. Okay, under this first one is a reaction with HCl and ZnCl2. Reaction with HCl and ZnCl2. This HCl and ZnCl2 commonly called as Lucas reagent. Reaction with HCl and ZnCl2 commonly called Lucas reagent. This is very important. Okay, ma. What about this Lucas reagent? We will see. Before that, note down the slide heading carefully, all of you. Before going to reaction with HCl and ZnCl2, we have to know reactivity order of primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols with respect to CO bond cleavage. Okay, now side heading. Under this only side heading you can keep reactivity of primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohols. Reactivity of primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols in which bond cleavage? CO bond cleavage. Tertiary is greater than secondary. Secondary is greater than primary. This order is different, reverse when compared to reactivity order with respect to OH bond cleavage. In OH bond cleavage we wrote the order primary is greater than secondary, secondary is greater than tertiary. But here CO bond cleavage, this is explanation I will give in next class. This explanation will take so much time. It is not that much, but I will take that explanation next time, next class. Okay, now reactivity of primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols with respect to CO bond cleavage. Sir, you are telling different types of reactivity. Only two types of order I wrote. That is OH bond cleavage reactivity of alcohols. There primary is greater than secondary, secondary is greater than tertiary. Here this is with respect to CO bond cleavage. With respect to CO bond cleavage, what is the order? Tertiary is greater than secondary, secondary is greater than primary. So three alcohols are there which is undergoing reaction easily by CO bond cleavage. Tertiary will undergo reaction easily. Okay, depending on this point, I will explain this Lucas reagent reaction. We will see that Lucas reagent reaction. Note down this order, all of you. I hope you understood. Reactivity of primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols with respect to CO bond cleavage. Alcohol reacts with HCl in presence of ZnCl2. ZnCl2 is called catalyst. This alcohol reacts with HCl in presence of ZnCl2. This ZnCl2 is called catalyst. We will get chlorine is going to replace OH. This OH and H will be combined to form water. Chlorine is going to replace OH. We will get haloalkane plus water. Haloalkane plus water we will get. Okay. Now this is tertiary alcohol. Tertiary alcohol will react with HCl and ZnCl2 very fastly. Very fastly the reaction will be happen to form haloalkane plus water. Haloalkane plus water. Haloalkane is not completely soluble in water. Haloalkane is not completely soluble in water. Okay, because of that we will get turbidity. Sir, what is meant by turbidity? Easily we can understand. In olden days or even now also some homes they are using phenyl. Generally we will say that is phenyl, but that is phenol. Okay, that phenol is dissolved in water. Before cleaning the floor, we will add a little amount of phenol and it is added to water. Okay, that phenol will not be soluble in water. We will get white color liquid, like white color cloudiness will be occurred in the water. We cannot see under basic portion clearly because it is not transparent. That cloudiness, whatever we are getting, that is called turbidity. That is happened because if one substance is not soluble in another substance completely. Okay, three types of liquids are there. When one liquid is joined with another liquid, we will get completely miscible. Clear liquid we will get. Okay, that example, alcohol plus water, they will be completely miscible. Second category, oil and water. Oil and water are liquids. Alcohol and water are also liquids. Alcohol and water are completely miscible. Okay, oil and water are completely immiscible. Immiscible means they are not dissolved at all. Oil is not dissolved in water. Completely dissolved, completely not dissolved. Third category, partially dissolved. That is only this category. Haloalkanes are partially dissolved in water. Already we have seen the physical properties of haloalkanes. Okay, haloalkanes are partially soluble in water. When they are partially soluble in water, we will get cloudiness. That is called turbidity. Now, tertiary alcohols will react with HCl and ZnCl2 to form turbidity immediately. To form turbidity. Why turbidity is formed? Because haloalkane is formed immediately in water. Haloalkanes are not dissolved in water, so the turbidity will be formed immediately. If it is secondary alcohol reacts with Lucas reagent to form the product after 5 minutes, because secondary alcohols are less reactive when compared to tertiary alcohols. Okay, secondary alcohols will react with HCl and ZnCl2, Lucas reagent, to form haloalkane slowly, because the reaction is slow. Reactivity is less for secondary alcohols. That's why the reaction is slow. After 5 to 10 minutes, we will get turbidity for secondary alcohols. Primary alcohols, they won't react with Lucas reagent at normal conditions, at room conditions. Okay. This is the explanation. Now I will write on the board what is the importance of this Lucas reagent. It is very important I kept because now you will understand why it is. Note down this carefully, all of you. Lucas reagent is used to distinguish primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. Write that point. Lucas reagent is used to distinguish primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. Tertiary alcohol react with Lucas reagent to form turbidity immediately because the reaction is fast. Secondary alcohol reacts with Lucas reagent to form turbidity after 10 minutes. After addition of Lucas reagent to the given alcohol, if turbidity is formed immediately, that is called tertiary alcohol. We can see the turbidity, that means white color dense liquid, it will be formed. By seeing that we can understand immediately turbidity is formed. Then we can confirm it as tertiary alcohol. To the given alcohol, if Lucas reagent is added and we kept aside, after 10 minutes we observe turbidity, then we can confirm this one as secondary alcohol. Primary alcohol plus Lucas reagent will not undergo reaction at room conditions. Primary alcohol plus Lucas reagent will not undergo reaction at normal conditions. That means primary alcohol give to the given alcohol, we added Lucas reagent and we kept aside. Even after 10 minutes also we didn't get any turbidity. Then we can confirm that one as primary alcohol. Lucas reagent is used to distinguish primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. Okay, the given compound is alcohol, we know. That is primary, secondary or tertiary, we don't know. Suppose in that conditions, we will use Lucas reagent. The given alcohol is taken in the test tube. To that we added Lucas reagent. Immediately we have seen turbidity. Then we can confirm that one as tertiary alcohol. To the given alcohol, Lucas reagent is added and immediately we did not get turbidity. Then we kept the test tube in the test tube holder. After 10 minutes we observed turbidity is formed. Then that is called secondary alcohol. Even after 10 to 15 minutes also turbidity is not formed. That is called primary alcohol. Because tertiary alcohols are greater reactive than secondary alcohols. Secondary alcohols are greater reactive than primary. That's why tertiary alcohols will give turbidity immediately. Secondary alcohols will give turbidity after 10 minutes. Primary alcohols will not give turbidity at room temperature. Okay. The reactivity order of alcohols, tertiary is greater than secondary is greater than primary. That is according to CO bond cleavage. Okay, ma? That is about today's class. Some more reactions are there which are involved with CO bond cleavage. That one we will see in next class. Before that, today what are the concepts we discussed? Okay, that concepts are nothing but in esterification, acid derivatives, acid anhydride and acid chloride, how they will undergo reaction with alcohol to form ester. After that, preparation of acetyl salicylic acid, which is called aspirin. That reactions we have seen. After seeing that reactions, we have gone through chemical reactions of alcohols, which is involved with CO bond cleavage. Under that CO bond cleavage, first reaction is reaction with HCl and ZnCl2, which is called Lucas reagent. Okay, with Lucas reagent, how tertiary alcohols, secondary alcohols and primary alcohols will undergo reaction, and how it is useful to distinguish secondary, tertiary and primary alcohols I explained. Okay, the turbidity is because of formation of haloalkanes, in which haloalkanes are not soluble in water completely. Because of that we will observe turbidity. Okay, ma? This is the first reaction under CO bond cleavage. Further, some more reactions are there under CO bond cleavage. Those reactions we will see in next class. And why that tertiary is greater than secondary, secondary is greater than primary, why that reactivity is order followed like that, that one also I will explain in next class. Okay, ma? This is about today's class. I hope you understood everyone. If you have any sort of doubts, I will clarify, no problem. Through WhatsApp or through phone call also, you can contact me. No problem. But the thing is, you have to understand and you have to practice well. Okay, ma? Thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you all.